Everybody's talking about AI now that OpenAI has released its new ChatGPT. It can do amazing stuff, but people are also afraid that it might take their job in the future. Same goes for UX designers. Will AI replace my UX design job? Is what a lot of people are wondering. The answer to that is probably not. And here's why. The first thing for UX design is that UX is a multi-dimensional process. Just look at this visual of the double diamond way of working. There are so many different steps to take and they're not linear. You can go back. For example, you could start here and then you could go to the next step, or maybe you have to go a step back, and then we're not even talking about stakeholders and their opinions and all the office politics that might happen. It might even be that you don't even have to use a double diamond way of working at all. And that's something that AI cannot predict for you. That's all up to you, your skills, and how you handle your design projects. Another thing to consider is your reputation and your experience and track record up until this point. ChatGPT has none, and you have, and that's something that could set you apart from AI. Daniel Vassallo has something interesting to say about this topic. ChatGPT doesn't have any skin in the game, no credibility, no reputation, and that's something that you have, or that's something that you could have. And that's another reason why it will not replace you. By the way, Daniel has a very interesting community called Small Bets, and it's full of interesting people where you can learn a lot from, including designers as well as AI experts. I'll add a link on how to join in the description below this video. Another thing to remember is that ChatGPT knows everything up until the end of 2021, and back then Figma wasn't even acquired yet by Adobe. And let's see if ChatGPT knows anything about that by using it right now. See, it says here that Figma is still an independent company, which isn't really true at the moment. So keep in mind that you always have a head start compared to AI. Up next we have something said by Sarah, which was very interesting. I mean, you could use ChatGPT to write a resume, but it will be a very generic resume, the same as anyone else that's been using AI to create a resume. But what happens if you're invited for a job interview? Then it's all about you. Then you have to present yourself in a good way, and you have to be able to answer questions, maybe even present a case study or something similar, and AI can't help you there. So sure, it might help you get started, but you have to bring it home. You have to be able to do things outside of a device or outside of a screen. Your portfolio, what you put into it, your backstory, your case studies, everything that you've experienced so far is about you. AI can't replace that. It wasn't there when you did a project. It wasn't there when you were in school, when you started your career. It's impossible for AI to replace that. So these are all reasons why AI will not replace UX design anytime soon. It still needs a lot of human thinking. It's still outdated up until a certain point, and you still need your soft skills outside of a device. However, AI can and will speed up your work. That's already possible today. You can use it to create a first draft of a UX research paper or a script for user interviews, and maybe in the future you could even use AI or ChatGPT to ask it to create a login screen wireframe with the actual login components to the left and maybe a cool visual to the right, and then all kinds of visuals would pop up for you to use right away. All you have to do at that point is add your personal touch and use the branding guidelines, for example. Well, the result is that you lose less time creating a login screen or any other design pattern that's widely available to anyone already. And there's more time for you to focus on actual UX, like facilitating workshops, doing user interviews, or anything UX related that you would normally not have the time for. So, will AI replace your UX job? Probably not. It might just make it better. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.